Dear viewers, welcome. Even though that says my session 0 minutes. 1 minute of session. Yeah, this one's a bit different. We're doing a development stream. You know, for the breakfast game that I've been working on. We're mostly just coloring in and I want to keep this one up. Yeah, cool. Mostly just coloring in. That's 100% what we're doing. So first and foremost, we need to zoom in. Mostly phone's going off right underneath the microphone. You know what it is? It's Twitch. It's literally Twitch app telling me I can monitor via my phone. So the first one we need to fix up is the home kitchen. We need to fix up blue color. So go palettes. This default blue. Gotta switch this color. Default blue. To be you. So I'm just gonna open Notepad. 21, 5, 4, 3, 80, 65. Then go to default BG and change you to be right, yeah. 21 tab 5 4 3 80 65. And now if we go back to game world, that's not right. Whoops. Five seconds in, we're already making mistakes. Reset palette. Hazelman, he's doing okay, man. He's being stubborn, as usual.
I can't find your Wi-Fi network.
Every
Open the Google Home app to reconnect to
damn
Wi-Fi.
time. Reset palette. Reset palette. Pellets. 21. Cool, thank you. 5, 4, 3. Let's see how this goes. If we go back to game world. I've still not got this right. Palettes. Reset palette. This is the right thing, but I got the wrong color from the original palette. So this is the color I need from the original palette. 27, 18, 9, 30, 66, 84. Now if we go back to you, and I'll bring up Notepad plus Notepad, and change you to 27, tab, 18, tab, 9, tab, 30, 66, 84. Cool. Now go back to Game World. Looks better. Not perfect. Same thing with this pink palette. Game World. Palettes. I'm working on the Breakfast Game. The Breakfast Game is a Game Boy game that I've been working on. Oops, that was an accident. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Just the game's actually finished, but now this one, what palette is that? Yeah, the game's actually finished. Steve, you can't say something like that in public. People will think you're crazy. Also, you got outvoted. So yeah, the Breakfast Game is just one of those. It's just a game. That's all it is. It's just something I was working on, and yeah. So now I actually want to press play, compile, and see how I go with how the colors actually look in game, because they could look completely different. That looked flawless. I am so happy with how the colors on that went. New game, Breakfast Game. Male, female. You are male. Saving. It's looking pretty good if you ask me, right there. So next up, I've got to fix the bed. So that green needs to be the same as the background, and that white needs to be the same as the ground. That's fine. Game World. So next up, we go into Homeroom. Now, which green am I using? It looks like it's this green, which is Global Default. Palettes. Global Default. Which looks like default background this. So I need to make that. What do I need to make that? Breakfast Game's here. That ground. Also, that I'm gonna leave it. Leave the bed. Leave the ground. That's too much effort. This one will need to switch to the universal background tile, which is 18:9. Yeah, cool. So then this one here, I need to change to 27. Tab 18. Tab 9, and then everything else just seems to. Now let's go play again. Breakfast Game will reload. Through number 1. You can hear him now, Steve. You can hear him now. And that did change the bed looking a little bit. But it's okay. I'm fine with that. Now let's go to kitchen. How does the kitchen look? That looks good too, if you ask me. Pretty happy with how this basic, very basic, color palette's looking. Just yet anyway. Okay. Get the key. Yes. Blah, blah, blah. I'm going to change the color of the key. The key. New color palettes. Looking for more of a goldy color. That's looking okay, actually. What's that called? Space Stars. Okay, Space Stars might be the go. Let's go with Space Stars. I reckon Space Stars is going to make that stand out. I might actually also move the key up. No, I want the key on the edge for a reason. Alright. Color palettes are looking good. Now, these colors should look the same. I needed to fix up some painting of this color though. So, loving it. Good. The next TV scene. Control Z. Cool. Now, for some reason, I colored this TV completely differently. No, I didn't. Ah, I see what's going on. You need to be switched to this one, machines. Yeah, there we go. Awesome. And this scene needs to be switched to machines. Color in some differences. Good. Same with you to machines. Awesome. Going well. You change to machines too. Awesome. Coloring. Yes. Oh, wow. 6 people. Welcome, everybody. Just doing my dev stream for the breakfast game. And we're just literally, the game's done. All the core mechanics are there. We're just, no joke, coloring. And spelling and grammar check. Spelling and grammar check comes next. There's a lot that goes on in these scenes, so that might take the longest, but I'm hoping to get this done tonight. Hoping. We do have somebody who's going to, well, when I say publish, I don't really mean publish. It's a bit complicated, but there will be physical copies of the game. Control Z. Fix up. I don't want the bookcases to be a different color. You switch to machines. There we go. Oops. Yeah, don't want the bookcase colored. Whoop. Okay. So that should be all of the TVs colored in correctly. The next colors are the bedroom. Now, we've got a bedroom that's been colored in. I just forget which one. Well, we do that? Might have done that. Yeah, so they are colored. That's fine. That's fine. Any other scenes that need to be colored? These kitchens need to be colored. And that bedroom there needs to be colored too, accordingly. So let's start with this bedroom. Now, if I recall correctly, purple. That's the purple I think I'm looking for. I know. here. So we go coloring and we click this purple, or is this purple this one? This purple could be this. That's definitely not right. This? Yeah, that's better. I think this one is this. That looks right. And then this green is the bed. Control Z. Control Z, Z, Z. That one there looks wrong. This is the bed. Pretty sure that's the bed. That's the floor. So that or that. No, I don't know. What would the bedside tables look like again? Blah blah. Bedside tables are the same purple as the desk. Okay. Purple. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Awesome. Now, is that the only other bedroom that needed coloring? I think it was the only other bedroom that needed coloring. Okay. So these two kitchens are the only ones that left. All right, go back to game. And go back and down. So this is the kitchens. Okay, so purple, purple, blue, purple, purple. All right. You are purple. You are also purple. Now, the issue I have here is I haven't colored the ground, I think you'll find. Which is also that color. Control Z. Control Z. Have I got a okay. Done. And then this. Or is it this? That's the fridge does not look like that, does it? So the fridge, this one? Fridge does look like that one, and then I missed the floor there. And then I think this doorway is done. Okay, now go here, get this doorway done. Get to this purple. So this purple is pretty much all of this. Do. Alright. Well, that is the purple color palette. And that looks like all of the main bedroom scenes are done. So that leaves this scene. This scene should be colored too. Or is it because I messed around with the default colors? It might be because I messed around with the default colors. You're gonna find out pretty quickly. Mail, saving. Breakfast time. Yeah, okay, so because I messed around with those colors, I now have a very boring color palettes here. Which is a problem. Because I was really liking how that scene looked. So what I think is the best bet here sorry, 1 second. I should reset some of these color palettes. But first I should go palettes. I should. There's no way to copy a color palette, which is annoying. I can add all these custom ones. So pretty much I'll just go game world and then load in something until it looks nice. That's pretty much what I was going for those. This one was meant to be something like that. What's this top-down tree? Yeah, thanks, man. I'm literally coloring things in. Pellet 22. What is pellet 22 used for? Pellets. Pellet 22. You need to be changed to a more green. But you should be a darker green. And you should be a lighter green. Okay. Let's go back to game world. That looks pretty good, but I want us to match the background. So what's that? That's the lightest color. So we're gonna go game world palettes. The lightest color should match this lightest color, which is $31, $29, $25, $40, $19, $97. So then we go back down to here, palette 22. Change you to be that's better. 31 tab, 29 tab, 25, 40, 19, 87. Go to the game world. And that should match in with the back. Cool. That's looking pretty close to what I was thinking. Very simple color palette, but you are not colored in correctly there. Fixed it. Then we need to go. Yeah, we pretty much have finished the game at this point, Zerg. We are just messing around with color palettes to get everything to really look good. I actually kind of like that darky green. Maybe a little bit of a greener green. Let's go back to palettes. Go back down to 22. That's that darker one. So if we go, mate, we'll keep it darker, just a different darker. Ooh, cancel. Whoop. Game world is what I want to go. Yeah, probably more like that color. Keeping all that dark. These will be logs. Houses are going to be pretty boring, honestly. Don't think I'll mess around with them too much. Then we've got to work out the shop. The whole shopping center. So let's see what it feels like in game. Switch the breakfast game to the main screen. Start new game. Welcome to the breakfast game. The idea is simple. You go get the ingredients you have to make yourself an important meal of the day. Breakfast. Playthrough number 1. Would you like to be male or female? Male. Saving. I've messed up a color palette right there. What color palette is that? Outside. That's that color palette. That's just the trees. So that uses palette 22. Balls. Good to know. That uses palette 22. This is okay. We'll go new palette. Palette 22. Palette 24. We want to use the... Yeah, I know. Freaking palette 22. Do as you're told. So that's that color, which is this one, right? 27, tab, 18, 9, 30. I'm pressing tab this time for some reason. 84. Then we'll go back down to palette 24. We'll go open our U 27, tab 18, tab 9, 30, 66, 84. Yeah. Then we'll go back to game world. We'll switch home kitchen, which is this one, to 24. Palette 24. Fixed. Alright, no problems. Switch you to 24 now. Serves me right for trying to shortcut 24. You change your palette to 24. Any room that's got a door there needs that palette swapped to 24. They both do 24 now. I know. Palette 24 is 22 is such a pain. How much does the door change though, just by changing the like the look of the door changes so much based on just changing the background color? We'll press play again. Breakfast game. New. Oh. Log into the breakfast can, edit the game simple, go and get the ingredients to make yourself the most important meal of the day. Breakfast, place room number 1, and now would you like to be male or female? Male. There you go, it's fixed. Go get that key. Door. Cool. Alright, awesome. I'm liking how that looks. I could change the roofs. The roofs could go with a different color. Just not sure what color I go with, you know? Okay. I can also change some of these characters' colors too. But that'll happen in time. Or not at all. Blue and like blue walls. See, we've already got this color palette here in use, so I could literally just go stand out from the grass. Yeah, I'm kind of like the grass as that color, the default palette. So what colors have we got? We got this palette, which is the palette we're using for the path. So that path's all one palette. So what about some of the grass will be affected by the color palettes just on the end. Then we'll go play. See what it looks like in game. I'm not sure if it'll contrast well with the path, so I might just change it. Chameleon. Saving. Drought, blah blah blah. That's the ending we that's the story we got last time. Covered the others up. But it kind of blends with the trees now. We'll see what it looks like in game because of the collision where you set the collision, those red lines, they kind of mess things up. Blah blah blah. I don't know if that looks alright. Huh. let's try just changing some specific ones. So like let's try if we that's annoying that those windows are not done well. Nah, don't do blue. I agree. Blue is no. Palette 2, we're not using palette 2 for anything. What about the purple though? Because we're not using purple for anything in this scene at all. And it's a mixture of purple amongst other colors. That'll last a little bit, yeah. The only issue is that light color. See what that looks like in game like that. It still uses the blue, but the blue's different. It's got a different feel about the blue. Make no. Yes, so this is a different story again. We've got the same in story 2 times in a row, so. I'm spamming through them because the next thing we've actually got to do is go through each line of dialogue one by one and spelling and grammar check it. Then the game's done. So that is looking a lot better. Now, the interesting thing is you can't actually see those. Oh, yeah, you can there. So if I change that light blue, whoops, I don't know what button I pressed there. If we change that light blue to more of the background color, we'll keep all that purple highlighting. And still keep all of that. So that's this one, which we're using that blue on another scene. So we're just going to have to copy some of the aspects of this palette, then swap it out. So let's go back into palettes. What's this palette? Default BG palette. So the things we want to keep are this purple. We're going to swap the lightest for the lightest on the default. So we'll go new. We'll get this color. 16:0. Have dark red for the highlight and purple for the shade. Okay, we'll give that a shot. What is that? 288? 162. Alright, and then we'll go palette 25. We'll switch this to 16, 0, 20. Right, and this one you're saying go for like a red? Darker or lighter red? Have dark red. Like that? Mid to dark? Okay. We'll see how this looks. Game world. Swap this palette. For palette 25. I think that dark red might be a bit too rough. We've also got to swap out that palettes. This needs to be a little bit light. This. So what you meant. Listening? 29, 25. 40, 1997. On the roof, you have 2 shades, yes? Game world. These 2 shades. You have 3 shades. We have multiple shades. Dun, 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 dun. Game world palettes. Minus beyond 25. I'm gonna switch this to. Oops. So I'm just gonna move it up there. 31, tab 29, 25, 40. Yeah, that's all right. Go back to Game World. Palettes. If we switch this red, if we just make that a little less harsh. Okay. Ooh, cancel. That's an interesting bug. Can we go on there? I want to go here. So that looks a little bit better. Oh, so you're just saying swap the sides? Zoom. Yeah, so I'm just moving my head closer to the screen. It's like old-fashioned zoom. No, that's great. Yeah, I reckon that's good too. We'll have a look at it actually in game because then it'll be not obstructed. Okay, and then we'll do all the houses that color and it'll all be sorted. I have to make the playthrough number 1. Go back to mail again. Go get that key. Someone to break into your house, blah, blah. Leave the door. Come down. And then, yeah, like that, but I'll obviously fix up those 2. Right there, I'll actually do that right now. There you go. They're fixed. I could also do the doors a different color if we really wanted to, but that'd be a lot of messing around. I like it as well. I reckon we'll go with this. Fix it for all the houses. We won't mess around with the doors because the doors are just going to be painful because they overlap right there. But yeah, all right, I'll get to color in some houses. Yeah, so getting the doors perfect is going to be annoying. Palette 22. We sorted out the problem with palette 22. We're now using palette 25. I can do this quicker. I don't know why I'm taking the long way. I'll go bigger. Color more at a time. This house. Scroll down. This house. I think that's everything. This house. This house. So these houses you can't actually go into in game. They're just decorative houses. Well, I'm just coloring. Sadly, this is not the most exciting part of the game development, but it is part of the game development. So sadly, it's got to be done. And these are also the things I left to last on purpose. Because I'm like, I really don't want to do these. These are the boring parts. Small house here. I have no idea why I made this house the way I made it, but this guy gets like a little bit of a view. He's on like got his own little hill and everything. Do do do. Ah, no, this, see how this has got the door? If you can see the door, you can go into it at some point or another in the game. If you can't see the door, you can't go into that house or building. And you definitely can't see the view from his house because I did not program that whatsoever. Yeah, if you can't see the door, you can't go in the house. That sums it up in real life. So, as you can see, this game is super lifelike in that regard. Go for mail again. Saving. I start to open, you remember absolutely nothing. Who you are, where you came from, no one else about. It feels like, oh, very wrong. Get yourself. What's a little bit of amnesia amongst friends? No cruel words have been said. Leave. Okay, so I definitely missed a little bit of coloring. Whoa. On the player's house, right there. I haven't missed anything on that place. I haven't missed anything on this place. That place is fine. We did that one to start with. There's nothing missing there. Nothing missing there. And nothing missing there. A whole heap is missing right there. On that place. And then that tile too. Cool. That door's missing a whole heap. So that place is fine, and that place is fine. Cool. That's all good. So now we're going to get to coloring the part I've been dreading. This scene. So much stuff to color in this scene. Yeah, very much eep. Okay, so what have we done for tables so far? Tables have been, we can go back to actual game. I don't have to go back here. Okay, what color palettes are tables using as it is? tables use that color palette, which is this one right here. So start by coloring all tables. Oh, I don't want to switch it out. Back to here. Oh no. Ooh, whoops. That's also the ground color that we've been using. So Control Z. I don't want to Control Z again. Cool. You. That is also the color palette we've been using for the ground, which is convenient. Could I? Will this? Oh, damn, it changed everything. It colored everything. That's fine. That's probably a better place to start, I think. That's fine. That's okay. Next. What's this color look like? Whoa, Control Z. Switch here. That's probably okay for these, I think. It's fine. Careful now. Yes, I know. I got a bit too over the top. It's okay. I've reeled it back in. We're under control. We've got that color. What other color palettes could we go? We could go back here. So didn't we use... I've used that one. Didn't we use machines for the TVs in the previous scenes? Oops. Yes, we did use machines for the previous scenes of that. And then you are that. You're also that. That's everything pretty okay, actually. Kind of gives it a bit more feel. What about for the top? Dun 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 dun. The bookcases use the default. Yep. I reckon we compile and see what the actual area looks like in game, and then decide on what we change and if we change things. New game. Start does not work for new game. Look at the rest game, simple, blah blah. Mail again. Robots. Breakfast time. Key. Alright. Leave the house. Go to the store with the robots. Up here. Alright, I'm pretty happy with how that's looking. These boxes. These are meant to be like cardboard boxes, so might change them up to the default palette so that the tops do not look. Oops, you. I think that's going to change my light blue though. Should I change them to... yeah, that's all right. I will switch them back. I'll switch them back, yeah. That's fine. They look fine as cardboard boxes. You. Yep, that's fine. Okay, so what we can also do if we really wanted to is change the color palettes of our things on screen. to be something more accurate. No fire, no logo. Yeah, that's fine. Nah, actually, that grey, that brown, the black. That's probably closer. Do we have a duck palette? What? No. Nope. And the sword needs a palette. Not that one. Yeah. All these assets will eventually need a palette as well. So, this is bread. I can't see what bread looks like because of the way I programmed it. I think I'll leave all the other ones as they are. I won't really bother with the coloring of all of these different things because there's so many and it's going to take so much longer. So I reckon that's pretty good for inside the shop. That's going to take ages, yeah. Oh, KK Games. Thank you for following. I followed you back. Thank you very much. Yeah, I think that's good for the coloring. I don't want the coloring to be too crazy. It's quite a simple coloring scheme for myself. Now we've got to go through and doing this spelling and grammar for everything in the game. This is the part I've really been dreading because I'm hopeless at my spelling and grammar. Yeah, I failed English at school and I know English, so I was taught English as a language. So yes, I have to go through and work out all the spelling and grammar for the entire game, starting with this thing. Why is there one thing that... There we go, that's where they should all be. All of them. Okay. Welcome to the breakfast game. That's all fine. The first line in the entire game is good. I'm glad we checked. The idea is of the game. That's the second line of the game, not so much. Of the game is simple. Good. You have to go and get the ingredients to go and make yourself the most important meal of the day. Breakfast. So, we're good. I fixed up that one error in the second sentence of the entire game. Next up. This is playthrough number, whatever variable that is. Now, would you like to be male or female? If you press start. Okay, this is where I've added the menu loading system. So if you press the start button, the menu opens and then you can see which endings you've done. Cool. And then when you select male, it goes, you are male. And then saves. And then all random stuff. Oh, this is debug stuff. You don't have to worry about the debug stuff. That's not enabled. I disabled all the debug stuff. And then switch scene. You are female. Debug stuff again. That's fine. Scene changes. This is where things get confusing. Oh, okay. With the story is done false, we go with this. After several long days working at the port, sleeping for 12 hours straight, you awake to realize you have absolutely no food in the house. Looks like you need to go and do some shopping. And then this is like, have you already done the story? Do you want to play it again? No. Oh yes, whatever's chosen. Next up, the drought has ravaged the town for 4 months. Water is scarce, and you have gone to bed for the 5th day straight without a single drop. You awake to taste. You awake to the taste of moisture in the air. Just as you're coming to, you start to hear the pitter patter of rain falling on the roof. It's going to be a good day. You should start it off with an amazing breakfast, not just another slice of bread. And that's if you've already played this playthrough. 3. Having just been released from prison, coming home to find your house almost frozen in time from the day you were locked up. A surprisingly minuscule layer of dust considering your 10-year stint in lockup. As you open the fridge, a horrible smell wafts over you. And you see eyes looking back at you. You stand there in shock for a second as this almost gelatinous form stares into your soul. Then suddenly it dives past you and out the window. In the blink of an eye, it's gone. And so is breakfast. Or at least the closest thing you had to it. So it's time to get some more. But clean your fridge first. Clean your fridge first. That's just foul. I think that should be a comma, actually. You've already done this. Do you want to play it again? That's a good one. The prison one. Yeah, that was one of the ones I put a lot of effort in. You spent the entire night hunting vampires. This is definitely an odd thing to do, as vampires don't exist in this universe. Yes, this is canon. You were so damn busy stalking random nightgoers that you didn't have a single bite to eat, and it looks as if your sister raided your fridge. So it looks like you've got to go get some food. Go get some food to make breakfast serves you right. That's good. What number was that for? Yep. 5. Your eyes start to open, you get this feeling. You remember absolutely nothing. Who you are, where you come from. Came from? Come from. Came from? Come from. Don't think it really matters. There's no one else about. Things feel off. Like you recognize where you are. Come? Where you come from? Yeah, that's fine. No one else is about. Things feel off. Like you recognize where you are, but it also feels. What you are doing here, or what you're doing here. Yeah, I can do where you come from, what you were doing here. These should be caps too. Who you are, where you come from, what you were doing here. There's no one else about. Things feel off. Like you recognize where you are, but it also feels oh so very wrong. What is certain There's no bathtub though. That's where this goes wrong. I can't do that. There's no bathtub there's no bathroom in the house. There's a lounge room, a bedroom, and a kitchen. But there's only 3 rooms, man. Your house didn't come equipped with a bathtub. And that's 100% my fault. I made the game. Anyway, it feels so very wrong. What is certain? That's all right. What is certain? What is certain? The fridge? Yeah, that should be a comma right there. What is certain? The fridge is empty, and you, my friend, are very hungry. So why don't you go and get some breakfast stuff and get yourself. Oh no, that's not going to fit there. That's why I haven't put yourself. I've hit the 49 out of 52 characters per box. Why don't you go out and get some breakfast stuff? What's a little amnesia amongst friends? 5, 6. Robots. Robots everywhere. It's meant to be capital. What is a dystopian life like when taken over by cybernetic life forms? What do they need us for? Only they know, and they aren't willing to tell us. But what you do know is you need to eat, and it's breakfast time. That was 6. 7. You just woke up after a crazy night. You were robbed, stabbed. Surprisingly, it didn't hurt as much as you expected. You got home, almost bled out. At that point, you passed out on the floor, and when you came to, you were magically healed. And all that magic made you hungry. Go get yourself some breakfast. 8. Game Boys. You literally played so long that you got dragged into the game. Who knows what, how, or why this happened to you. But what you found out is that you still get hungry, and now you need to get yourself something to eat. Why not get some breakfast? 9. Oh, okay. After a long night working on a new project for the City Planning Committee, you finally get back at 3 a.m. After 3 hours of sleep, you awake to an annoying sound. What it is? What is it? Who knows? Comma. But you realize you haven't eaten in 17 hours. Now that it's 6 a.m. Now I reckon that's better. You haven't eaten in 17 hours. It's 6 a.m. I'll actually go Control X, backspace, Enter B. Haven't eaten 17 hours. It's 6 a.m. 6 a.m. That should probably have a thing. I haven't actually been doing these. Woo. I messed around with stuff, didn't I? It's 6 a.m. You know what that means? It's breakfast time. Also, at least for the store, I should keep the comments, and it is cool. And else, which is if all of it's from 0 to 9. So if it's 0, it goes to this story. There, start with a capital. There was a revolution. You were bred to be the ultimate super soldier, trained in the arts of Muay Thai for 12 years. After the revolution, the government kept you on it in case of other threats. What does this mean exactly? Who knows? What we do know, everyone has to eat. So why don't you go grab yourself some breakfast? Okay, all of that looks good to me. Yeah, that's another. That's after you get back, you put your appalling breakfast together. Yeah, so this is the same scene as when you finished the breakfast story. You come back into the house to make the breakfast. So that first scene, this part happens before when you first start the game. When you first come from here into this scene, this stuff happens. Then when you come back into the scene after getting all the breakfast items, cool, that's a debug thing. So if I enable the debug, I can see that. You come back in here and this is the lines that happen at the end of the game, which is confusing, but we still have to check these lines. So there's a whole bit that you're all going to miss. After getting back from the shop, yep, you put your appalling breakfast together. It was not the best breakfast. A horrible start to your day. But I guess it was a breakfast, if that's what you want to call it. Good. So that's if your breakfast quality, which is what this variable is, breakfast quality is less than 17. And every breakfast item gets a name or whatever. Then we go. You made breakfast, and it was okay. Nothing to write home about, but not the worst you've had. But there's some room for improvement here. That's if it's less than 30. So if it's less than 17, you get the first one. If it's between 17 and 30, you get this. Then the next one is if it's less than 28, 38. That makes more sense. You got a good set of ingredients. That should be a capital. Did I put a capital there? Did not. Capital. As you whip them together, you are amazed. Amazed. Yeah, that's right. At the flavors and skill, like ancient chef god suddenly possessed you. You got a good set of ingredients. As you whip them together, you're amazed at the flavors and skill, like an ancient chef ghost suddenly possessed you. But it was almost like something was missing. So that's not even the best ending. So the best ending is if you get your breakfast quality to 39, which is a very arbitrary number on my part, but it doesn't really matter. That's just how it worked out, because I actually did a full-on survey of the listed ingredients. Now, the listed ingredients, I can show you them. Just give me a second. Ray drive Z. The breakfast game. Assets. Sprites. Where is my breakfast game sprites? There it is. Edit. I've just gone into Notepad, into Paint, because that's the easiest. These are the breakfast ingredients. Yeah, no worries, man. If you gotta go, you gotta go. That's just how it is. So, I don't know why the breakfast ingredients are upside down, but that's just how that ended up. That's how they should look. Look in the game. Huh. Should save that. Anyway, now the breakfast ingredients are back to the right way. yeah, these are the breakfast ingredients: egg, sausage, bread, tomato, bacon, mushroom, avocado, coffee, waffles, rice, because, you know, rice is the perfect breakfast ingredient, cheese, milk, banana, ice cream, and that's meant to be a honey pot, but I'm definitely a talented artist. So I actually got the people to rank these from best to worst, and that's how I worked out the system for the breakfast game. My sample size was not great. Not big. I think it was like 6 people, including myself. Anyway, the next line. You are a machine of precision. Wow, what a sentence. You are a machine of precision. The ingredients are almost sculpted by the gods. Even Mr. Gordon Ramsay himself could not make a better breakfast. There is no more you can be taught. And that's... And then the final dialogue is error. It should be impossible to get this, but if you do, good work. Good work. All right. So, the next thing that should happen are the key and the door. So what's the door dialogue? You can't leave. Just eat anyway. Now that looks pretty good in terms of dialogue. The next line of dialogue would be consisting of... That's old code that can be deleted. A should be capital. Yeah should be capital. I should be capital. Wouldn't want someone to break into your home. Now there's a chance that these are going to be different. That's home in quotations. I should capitalize home. Quotations. I... When you leave, wouldn't want somebody to break into your house. So house and home are different. These are all based off random for different things. Okay. Yeah. Apartment is the final one. Apartment's a longer word than house, so it didn't fit on the same dialogue box. That's just how it is. Oh, do you want a debump? Oh, you've been done. That's fine. Apartment. Cool. Then we leave the house. And we find all the spelling and grammar checks, errors in this mess of things. There shouldn't be a ton of dialogue actually on this scene though. It's just whether or not actors and stuff are visible. I think the only ending is the amnesia ending. 6, 7, 8, 9 else. Oh, that's right. The amnesia ending I put on communications. Switch. This should all be fine, I think. That's a lot of different names and stuff. Because your name is randomized in the game. Sullivan, Alfonso, Tommy, Arjun, Carson, etc., etc. Look, this is important. I don't have time much. I don't have much time to do. You're in a simulation. Banana Corp. I don't think it should be caps. That doesn't need anything. That's just dots. It's fine. Rebooting. Obviously rebooting. Switch. Yeah, it's the same type of thing. Cool, that's fine. Next up, you are asleep. Checks. I don't know, I just work as it buzz off. Yep, that's fine. Yeah, player. After you after your water rations, speak to your neighbor. Shock. They claim them on behalf of you. I don't know, I just work here, buzz off, blah blah. That's fine. Then you. Who am I? What is this place? What am I? Where am I? Cool. His dialogue's fine. Dude scram. They'll catch onto us. That needs a couple of exclamations. Oh, you guys are dragged into a game as well. Blah blah. Pick this up. Blah blah. Can't you leave us alone? My beautiful wife. Now the wife sings. Singing to herself. Pulled into a game. I think it was in 1992. A long time ago, found a bus stop. Absolutely adore my husband. Everything can be sometimes. Playground. The playground? Change the constant. What's your issue? Yep, that's fine. You. What's the code? Capital W. Wrong. Spot on. It's at the shove. No way it's gonna be that easy. I wish there were robots. That's all fine. Next person. Blah blah blah. See, this is the boring part of the game. Of game development, going through and checking all these spelling and error, grammatical errors. Beep, scanning, beep, scanning should be an S, and beep should be a capital. This guy does not actually appear and do anything until you do that. Around last night, then this should soldier story start. Camera shake, camera shake. It's fine. This is actor show, banana cop. We found him. Sorry, but allow this iteration to proceed, blah blah blah. Is it odd that you work at the port in a town without a port? Okay. Who are you? Fight me, hell. You're only human. boop. Bazaar. Beep boop bazaar. You, hey you, come here. Come here, should be this capital C. I want to get coffee. Let's get a coffee. Scanning. Scanning. That should be all the dialogue for in here. I don't have any dialogue, that's fine. Homeroom. Not knowing exactly what went on there. Okay, mishmash. Mishmash. Wash of breakfast. Was he right? What name was he? Vampire Pressure. Doesn't take long. Take you long to get home. Days. Negative. Free breakfast for the next 10 years of your life. You. What a day. You. A slime monster. Just came by here. I think I need to lay down. Okay. Scene. The pungent, realizing that trying to run away, kind of accepted in... Okay, nothing there but you. Why is there no children? Shit. After a long decision, you agreed a playground would be installed for the adults. That needs to be a capital A. Underway. Frank made you breakfast. Now, communications we did. You get a dead woman. Dun, 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 dun. Alright, next up. I think a child wants Blippi.
I put it on, but it's not good enough apparently.
Neighbor home. Okay. Now this is actually two actors on top of one another. They have very similar stories. Let's see event group. Oh yeah, it's just. Funny game. I. Do 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 do. I. Because I did the name thing, didn't I? Oh, I. 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 And thus a love story was born. Shift A. Bribery. Red flag. GTFO. Stuck it out. Aim of the game is snag yourself free breakfast. Great work. That couple. I could just save the alarm. And thus a love story was born. Great work. The switch had all the eyes that need fixing. Eyes. Lots of eyes to fix. Super boring as well. Game dev is not all roses and pansies. And by roses and pansies, I mean exciting game coding. Most of it is spelling and grammar checking. Literally had a problem with my programming code once, and it was because I spelt the color the Australian way and not the American way. And I was staring at it for hours. Like, no joke. Staring at it for hours. And it's like, line number 7 is incorrect. Color is not a function. And I'm staring at it. No joke. Looking at it. And it's like, how is color not a function? Color is a function. I know it's a function in this programming language. Why can I not use the word color? I was setting the color like red or something. Oh, and I was sitting there for hours staring at it. And yeah, it just did my head in. Why are you here? Why are you here? Stabbing you and leaving for dead. That's pretty unfortunate that he did that. You. How? You should be a big letter uppercase. No matter active move. But how? It's not possible. Why are you? Getting away from you. What's this saying? That guy's no code. Female. That looks right. I'm going to assume all the rest are right. Greetings, Human Sullivan. It's fine as well. Ah, you made it. You handed over breakfast list. Thank you, Human. Thank you, Human. Yeah, Bubs. Are you watching Blippi?
Yeah.
That is good to know, bud. Great to know. Okay. That's done. What the heck happens on this thing? Turn it out. Yeah, just worked it out. It's down over and you forgot how silly you were.
Thanks, Mom.
How good is that? Thank you.
Thanks, Mom. You're welcome.
After handing over the black, when you hand it over, good job. I think that's every scene. Oh no, I've got this scene. No. Here. This is doing mobile text display dialogue. So you made it here. That means capital I. Display dialogue. Don't look like you're bored, bro. It's species. Hell, beep. Fought off so long. Scanning. Oh, okay. That's so far. Dude disappears. And then it's all this.
Baby cake. Not baby. No.
Bacon, holy grail food, blah blah blah. Bacon, honey pot, insect secretions,
No. Again.
rice.
No.
WTF not.
Go.
Coffee. I personally Of course you do.
Mom. Ew.
This banana, the most rare fruit, blah blah. Sausages. A tomato. Nope. Mushroom, the edible fungi. Waffles. That pancake with more rigidity. Takes the least bread, some savory sandwich. Ice cream. Now, the one thing I needed to do is actually move. I don't know if this is going to look alright. So they also have a solution. I reckon I'm going with that solution. Actually, doesn't matter where these are on the tables. So it was just building blocks, collision. I actually want a smaller. If I just delete the collision all the way across. Done. Ooh. Looks good to me. All right, we're getting there. Except for the part where we just deleted all the collisions for the table there. All right. Back here, and you. What are you doing? A heart. A heart. There's a K in there. Shouldn't this be in the fridge? All right. By breakfast, duck. Rubber ducky, water, water. Remember. I want one there. I think that's the entire breakfast game done. With that, we've checked every scene. There's probably still some spelling and grammar errors, and there's probably still some glitchiness and bugs. But that should be the entirety of breakfast game. And so with that, I'm gonna play the breakfast game. I don't know how long this is gonna take to play the breakfast game. The entirety of the breakfast game. So if you do not want spoilers for the breakfast game, I would highly recommend leaving the stream. Unless you do want spoilers for the breakfast game, because, well, it's the breakfast game. Anyway, just checking in on Discord to see if anybody came from anywhere else. See where everyone came from, if anybody came from anywhere. You can also check out who's the users in chat. Because I have that open. It's good to know. Alright. Play a breakfast game. Breakfast. This is playthrough. 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 Should have a capital at the start. See, we're already playing the game, and we found one of the more bugs. Or spelling grammar errors. This. Now, would you like to be male or female? Okay, this playthrough, I'm going to be male. As if I haven't been testing being male the entire time. So I actually want you slightly different. Not that one. No. So just messing around with color palettes. Machines? No, not machines. Way too bad. Fire? No, no. About 20 something. That's probably alright. After another crazy you stabbed, surprisingly didn't hurt as much as you expect. Bled out. Now the first thing we're going to do, get the key. So the key does not reset every time we play the game. Alright, you play it once, get the key, you don't have to get the key, because essentially, when you press enter, these are all the different endings, and there'll be a tick, whether you got it or not. We're going to start with doing the breakfast ending, which means we'll have to play this through again. The breakfast ending is super simple. You go to the store, which I'll have to add some signs or something to say that it's a store. You get the first 3 ingredients, which is bread, wine. Yes, I'd like the bread. You can't put items back, so you will have to pick them up and go. There's the duck. There's the egg. Awesome choice for breakfast. That's ood. Ood. This is the egg. So you scroll down to find out. Do you want to grab the egg? There's no coming back from this action. Yes, I want the egg. And the next one is sausages, which is right here. Sausages, one more of a dinner thing. Some people have been known to have them for breakfast. Do you want scent? A hint of sausage? You can't take this back. Yes. Doesn't really matter because that's the end of the game. Like we're gonna leave. Walk this way. To the store. And that's it. And then we start again. Now, that was a bit of a problem there because it was meant to say a whole heap of things when we left. So we come back to Dream. If playthrough count. I think From menu is true, set menu false. I think what needs to happen on the reset bars. So what's happening here is that because I went to the menu, it hasn't set back to false. So I don't want everything just set coming back from the menu. So at the end of every story, I have to make sure that we reset them coming from menu. So I need to copy this. Copy event. Because we went to the menu in here, but the menu obviously didn't reset the menu when it left. Yeah. Because the only problem the menu is going to be is on this scene specifically. So what we need to go, what ending did we just do? What scene did we just do? Because yeah, I didn't want to replay this dialogue every single time we came back from a menu. But what we want to do, we want the same thing to happen. We want another one of these. If it was true. And then we want to paste. No, that's not going to work. So it's just going to go through it. Set the variable. At every ending though, what's actually honestly better is just copying here. Nah, cutting this. Copy event here. Paste event before. Then stopping this from happening at all. Right? Delete event. Detach. Joypad. Remove attached script. To top from start. So in the dream, you can't open the menu. That's all I've done. I've just stopped it from opening the menu, breaking the dream code, and then attaching the script back to here. Right? So we'll get into dream. You won't be able to check your status, but then that'll work. That's fine. We'll be male again. If we go, just wake up crazy night, you're robbed, stabbed, surprising, not to be expected, bled out, passed out on the floor, came magically healed. So we got the breakfast ending. Now we got to go, and this is the magic ending. Now we're playing the magic ending, so we've got to work out how. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I've actually completely forgotten how to play the magic ending. You have to go into one of these houses first. Door seems to be locked, so it's not that house. Is it this one? Alright, that looks a bit buggy, but that's not that horrible. Door's locked. Door looks locked. Do I have to do something else? Or did you just come back? I'm pretty sure I have to do something else. Maybe go get the breakfast. Probably have to go get the breakfast. So that's bread. And now because we did the breakfast ending, yes, we should have unlocked the breakfast ending bacon. Cool. Bacon's up there. Holy grail of looking bacon, yes. And we'll get the sausage. So we literally walked in, got bread, bacon, and sausages. That still says S hint. That's because we fixed it. We haven't recompiled. Alright, so then we leave and then go back. See if the guy's back in the house after we went and got the breakfast stuff. He is. Should make him say some dialogue when you encounter him again. Where is he? This one? On interact, display. Dialogue? Awesome. What do we say? What are we going to say? Who has joined the stream? Good evening, viewer. Work on the breakfast game. Massive. Not a very big game, honestly. It's just pretty boring. Because the stuff we're working on is bug hunting right now. The breakfast game's done. Pretty much done. It's just bug hunting, and we did the coloring, we did the bug hunting, and now we're just doing that final like flushing out of things. So this guy needs to say something when you interact with him. What do we say? Just BLEASE. Just go. You monster. That's fine. That's some text that gets said. Now we did that after tracking down your murderer. Sit down and enjoy. Okay, so that's a problem too, because whatever this switch story, switch scene to dream, it's before then. Oh, okay, so that's the actual same scene. It just hides the other actor. That's actually really smart of me. After tracking down your murderer, you cook breakfast, sit down, enjoy best met the best meal of the day. Couple of exclamation marks for good measure. Who cares? Who really cares why you can't die, eh? Die. Yep. All right, next up. So, saving as a male again. Robots everywhere. This is the robot ending. Cool. That's a new ending. So now when we press start, we get past that. Well, the breakfast ending, we have the magic ending. That is perfect. Now there should be robots all over the place. Oh, right. Yeah, this guy. This guy's the robot's ending. That's cheese. Those wooden wrong robots. Be able to guess that. What's up, Prox? Kill. Don't know how good a cheese is. Nobody knows how good cheese is, except for this real. Alright. Meet me in the shop tonight. Right. Go over. And this is scripted. I see you made it. That sentence doesn't make a lot of sense now, does it? Right, this goes here. This is part of this. Actor move to actus. Move button to direction. IO. IO? What on earth? Like, you'd think it'd be good to see you make it. Good is more letters than two. Like, the logic there just doesn't make sense. I got an eBay notification. Watch listed. Boring. Okay. Good too. Good to see you make. I hate how GB Studio does that. That's so wonky. To see you made it here. We followed? Okay, cool. And then we go on to the next line. We followed should be capital W. Good stuff. A donant. Display. DOESNT. Look like you were followed. The robot's literally over because they're always been. It's one of your species. Yes, your species. They hail from planet Beep. Good stuff. Beep. It's beginning. What office I don't know. My child. Scanning. Must be. No, I can. Make the best damn breakfast you can. Oh, for me. For me. Wriggle. And now we've got eggs. Yeah, we fixed all that. Yeah, we fixed all that. Yeah, I'll take the eggs. Now, what was the last one we did? We did the magic ending last, so that gives us another. That's bread, sausage. I've moved these things around so much that I forget where they are. There it is. Coffee! Would like to make coffee? Of course you do. Of course you do. Like, why wouldn't you take the coffee? I'll take the bread. That's our 3 items. Yes. Not know exactly what went on. Your mishmash. You make your mishmash of a breakfast. But was he right? Was he even he? Have they been here the entire time? What do they want? Do you even care? Better down this food. Get some sleep. Better not annoy our overlords now, should we? Alright. So now that we've got that, we've got the breakfast ending, we've got the robot ending, we've got the magic ending. Saving. Nothing. Who you are, where you came from, what you're doing here. There's no one else around. Things feel off. Fridge is empty. Fridge is empty. That didn't look right. Fridge is empty. Fridge is empty. Bicorp. Vampires. Drought. Prison. Empty. Empty. Leave. Tommy? Can you hear me? Tommy, this is important. Don't have to do that. Look, this is important. Not much time to explain. You're in simulation. Don't know how to splash your brain. Go to the computer. They're trying to be the best breakfast food. Ah, someone's coming. They found me. And then the narcop dude rocks up, found him. Yeah. Rebooting. Playthrough number 5. So the Banana Cop ending is the only ending you have to play through. You can't do the breakfast ending and the Banana Corp ending on the same playthrough. That's just how I programmed it. Okay, should start off with an amazing breakfast. Not just with yet another slice of bread. So we got the amnesia ending done. We're doing pretty well. So this is speak to your neighbor. Claimed in your behalf. I don't know, just work yes or buzz off. And then he pushes you back. And then you go in here and speak to the person. Names are all random. I looked up just like top names of 20 something or whatever. And I just picked a whole bunch of random ones. Honestly, that's how I came up with these random names. That's a love story was born. All it took was a little bribery. Most would see that as a red flag in GTFO, but not you. You stuck it out. Stuck out the aim of the game and snagged yourself a free breakfast. Great work. And that was the drought ending. Good thing we started playing this, sir. What is the drought ending?
Okay, cool.
On in it? Story. Is that? Interact. Slime monster just came in. Water story done is what that needs to be. Not water story. That's good to know. This is why we're playing the entire game through. Throughout ending. On in it. Water story. Story done. This is also why you actually put the effort in and create a naming convention and don't just wing it like I have for the breakfast game. Because that would have been so solved if it absolutely nothing. This is the amnesia ending, which we've already done. You've already done this story. Do you want to play it again? No, we don't. So we'll re-roll. This is playthrough number 6. This is a drowning. You already done this story. Would you like to play it again? No, we don't. We want to keep on rolling. We'll be female this time. We haven't done a female playthrough. The robot ending. See, this is where the problem with random comes in. Obviously we're having some issues with getting... No, we don't. Number 6. Amnesia ending. This is why I put the re-roll for the ending you choose. Because if you don't, this happens. Don't. That's round number 6. It doesn't increase. I just switch you back to here and then everything gets re-rolled. Saving. Throughout ending again. Also, random is not random on Game Boy, it just looks random. No, I don't. That's round number 6. Here we go. Vampire ending. I don't recall how the vampire ending ends. It's one of the first endings I programmed, and that was like a month ago. I do know that this girl here. She was you're following her around last night. This guy? You're a vampire hunter. Show up. You were taken away. Home. Vampire ending. Is number 4. What is the vampire ending after this scene? Yeah, Vampire Proto. What line was it again? To show up. Awesome. In jail, no religion didn't do it, not even your sister. Bright side is now you get free breakfast for the next 10 years. Debatably the best ending of the game. You get the most amount of breakfast for the least amount of work. So, then there we go, that's the vampire ending. Alright, we'll now try female. Saving. Having just been released from prison, you're coming to find your house frozen in time. Like, frozen to the day you were locked up. Surprisingly, a minuscule layer of dust for your 10-year stint in lockup. As you open the fridge, a horrible smell wafts over you. You see eyes looking back at you, stand in shock for a second as this is almost gelatinous form stares into your soul. Get back here. And suddenly is not a good sentence. Suddenly is a horrible sentence. What ending is this? That's robots. That's amnesia. 4 is vampire. 3 is prison. Then suddenly, smell prison. And suddenly, it dives past you. Good stuff. Good stuff. Oh, dev streams. And so it's breakfast, or at least the closest thing you had to it. So it's time to get some more, but clean out your fridge first. That's just fair. Now, because we've already gone and done the key, we don't need to get the key again. Now, is it this? Can we walk into the house? You. What a day. Okay. The idea of the game is to not give the player any direction as well. So they're just kind of, there's so little scenes. He needs to lay down. Door's locked. Looks locked anyway. Now this is the guy that, he just wants to get coffee now. He's the one that caused the murder on the last story. Door seems to be locked. It's fine. Won't budge. Might be locked or something. So did we go into every house then? Is this a bug? Let's have a look. Breakfast just fell. Prison story done. No, we haven't done the story. So from here, what is the logical progression for the... There's no other people. Now that's one thing. Do I go in here? Okay, that does not go anywhere. That's because there's nothing there. Let's put a trigger. And if you step on it, display dialogue. Door is nailed shut. And then go actor. Move to relative player. And then this is here. Y+1. And then we're just moving vertical, so it should just move down one to move the player off the trigger. So which one is the story 3? So this one should switch. Scene 22. 22. Monitor. Increment by 1. It's fine, we sorted that one out. So I thought you had to go into this house first. So let's see what happens here. This one. To 1. Scene 21. Prison story start. On trigger 3. Prison story 1, port start. Place recount +1. Port story start. What? Prison story start. Home kitchen. Home kitchen? Oh, okay. I know what I'm missing. You know what we didn't do? We didn't clean out the fridge. Good work. Clean out the fridge. Then we can go next door. Go down. It smells funky. What a day. Yep, that looks good. We go down. We go to the next place. So, home kitchen, outside trigger 11. Over here. Abandoned building. Slime monster. Through the window. Smells significantly less pungent. Realize we can't accept it. Number 8. And we've got prison ending done. Amnesia, robot, magic ending. Got the vampire ending, we've done that. That's fine. Place her again. Da-da-da. We've done the story. Do you want to play it again? We don't want to play it again. Oh, thank you. Oh, Turbo. Be female again. What are you doing here? Done the amnesia ending. Play again? No, we don't want to play again. We're trying to play through all the endings. Seeing how viable it is to play through all the endings within the time frame we've got. Streaming a little bit later than I normally would. Game Boy ending. We haven't done the Game Boy ending. That's great. Okay, what's the Game Boy ending? Alright. Still hungry. Due to sleep this time? Yep. Now these people don't want to talk to me right now. Should make them look back at each other, but that's... Alright, hey you. Haven't seen you here before. So you're stuck into a game as well, huh? We all have every one of the NPCs once owned this haunted game cartridge. Ask them. You have to ask them in the right order. I don't recall. I think it's dude on the left, dude and the girl. Dragged into the game as well. Picked up his card at a flea market. I initially didn't work. So I gave it a good clean with isopropyl, and off it went. After a while, I got pulled to the game. Good. Yeah, she was pulled in the game too. Wow. It was. It was. No, it wasn't. Was 1992, I think. You Dragon game as well. Picked it up. I gave. I got the eyes. So many eyes. 1992. Found the game. It was bus stop. Shh. Talked to her again. Then next up, I think it's this dude down here. Dragon Gay, still some dude's Game Boy, and before I know it, here I am. Want to get coffee? And if you ask him again, he just asks you if you want to get coffee. Want to get coffee? I think it's just 3. Let's speak to her. Nope. Well, I can probably go into one of the houses then. That house is locked all the time. What's supposed to be locked? No worries. Won't budge. Might be locked or something. You? No, door's locked. This one. This guy. Not the orcs outside my village. A device shot out of the sky, picked it up, and here I am. That's that guy, so that's... There goes the scene. Yeah. Here I am. So he's not on the same world as the other ones, which is interesting. The game does have music. I don't know if you... Whoop, thank you about breakfast. I want to finish the story. People are dragged here. Protagonist, antagonist, or just another NPC. Go to the shop. Get your breakfast things. You gotta have some food on stream. Alcohol.
I'm not laughing at you. I told him to get chips in the ice cream.
Playthrough number 9. Breakfast ending. Game Boy ending. So we've still got a couple of endings to go. And one of the endings does not appear. And I'm also not showing how to do the secret ending. Did the robots ending. No, I don't. Alright, playthrough number 9. Right. Good direction. Did we do the port ending? No, we haven't. Oh. No port ending. Now, all I know. Investigate. Turns out you just worked at the town over. You just forgot. How silly of you. But you stopped in at a cafe and you're on your investigation at the best honey tea with some breakfast. How good is that? That was a pretty easy ending. Now let's see. We've got port ending. So the only ones we're missing are the secret ending, which I'm not showing. The drought ending, which I think we did, but that had a problem. We've got the mayor ending, the soldier ending. Right, you're female. Tie night hunting vampires, vampire ending. Oops, I need to click on that. So I just switch over to Discord again quickly. Breakfast, as you're right. I've already done the story. Do you want to play again? No. Playthrough number 10. Saving. Game Boys. Done the Game Boy ending. All these are the same type of random. There's a 1 in 10 chance. So I don't want to. What ending was this? I can just do breakfast ending real quick. No issue. Oh, we can see all these things we've unlocked. We've unlocked the rice, banana, coffee, honey pot, cheese, milk, bacon, eggs. Sausage, mushroom. Let's get the mushroom. I'm not getting the mushroom because I accidentally pressed down. Bread, avocado, Sugar cake on that bad boy and throw on a frying pan. Yes. Banana, and we'll get rice. What an odd combination of things to buy. Most radioactive fruit. And rice. Rice, avocado, and bananas for breakfast. I don't think it's going to be a very good breakfast.
Be banana Ross pudding.
With avocado?
Oh, with that bit. Oh.
Yeah. It was okay, nothing to write home about. So yeah, that's the second ending. The second worst breakfast. We like to be female. Game Boy ending literally again. Nope. Number 11. Oh, female saving. Oh. Same ending again. Again. No. Let's try this. Hey, Toxa! Oh, I got the Game Boy ending for 3 times in a row. How are you, Toxa? Thanks for dropping by. That's good to hear. We're testing the breakfast game. We've done most of the endings. The drought ending has a bug with it. We haven't done the secret ending. I'm not doing that on stream. And then the mayor ending and soldier ending is what we're trying to roll for, but we're not gonna have much luck. And the child is in the background, as you can hear. He's having some foods. Crazy night. Nah, this is the magic ending. It'll ask us if we want to re-roll and take us back to the previous scene, because we've done it before. It won't ask you. No. Go back. Still play through number 11, like to be male or female. We'll try male again. I have done these two endings successfully, randomly. And we're just not getting much luck. Looks like you need to go some shopping. You've already done this ending. Do you want to play it again? Nope. Play through number 11. Now we'll play through number 11. I've seen it a couple of times. Come on. Yes, the mayor ending. Finally. 3. On my desktop, no, but I just do it on my laptop. Yeah, Bob.
Ooh.
It is cold. Yes, they haven't worked out the problem with 3.0 on my desktop yet. But it works on my laptop no problem, so I'm just gonna use my laptop for 3.0 stuff.
What's a black?
This is brown. See?
The black.
Brown.
Maybe we say goodnight.
Hey, no, you leave that. Alright. The mayor ending. You talk to this guy. Initial build site for the playground. What's your issue? Okay, that's not the guy we talked to. Door is locked. Door is locked. That guy's gonna ask if he wants to get coffee. Is this it? Oh, there you go. Why don't you let us build the playground for the children? Alright, there is no children. I wonder what that is. After a long discussion that you agree that the playground will be installed for the adults, and an investigation on how there are no children is underway. And Frank made you breakfast during the discussion. So bonus. Okay. That leaves us with just the soldier ending to go on stream. And then we finish the game, check the spelling and grammar, and all that stuff. Rob, stab, surprising, dinner, we've done this ending. Child's making a lot of noise, but it's okay. Playthrough number 12. Oh, female. Saving. Vampire. Stream's going a little bit longer than I intended. No. We are out. Saving. Vampire ending again. Oh, blah, blah. No. Placer number 12. Would you like to be male or female? You want male. Saving. Prison ending. Did the prison ending. 10-year stint. Fridge. Horrible stuff. Breakfast. Close thing you had to it. Time to get. Just foul. I already played this. No. Number 12, would you like to be male or female? Yeah, female. Got robbed again. We're getting robbed an awful lot in this playthrough. Magically hungry breakfast. No. I'm beginning to see that this could be very no, not when you get robbed or taken over by robots. I've literally done every other ending except for the soldier ending. So, but I've got the soldier ending before. Vampire ending. Soldier story. I should say story, not ending. I might implement a thing that if you get to this point where you've done a certain amount of endings or something, and then you're trying to roll for the last ending. Oh, finally the super soldier. That took a fair amount of time to get this on. I don't remember how to do this ending either. That's the amnesia guy. Oh yeah, that's right. I remember. Human Amelia. Names are random as well. There's like 5 names, 5 male, 5 female names, and they're random which one you get allocated to the player. Shopping list. Track down, get our list back. It's also a simulation. You are on a spaceship, not in a kitchen. Alright. So that's not the right house to go into. There's the robot. What are you? Censured, didn't they? Only human. Fine. His
I
list.
can't find your Wi-Fi.
Really?
network. Open the Google Home
How
app to reconnect
rude.
to Wi-Fi.
Also, some randomly got that activate Windows thing again. That was not there at the start of the stream. That coloring there needs to be fixed. Where is it? I don't recall which scene this is. They're both called scene 17 as well. I'm so good at programming. At game development, where are we? Move you over there. Think this color. Is it this one? I'll just assume that I colored it in okay. Okay. Talk to the dude again. Now this one doesn't really matter. You can keep the list or hand it over. Doesn't matter. The same ending. It still counts for the same ending if you do either. That needs to be fixed right there. What scene is this? Doors, doors, doors. All look fine. Why do they all look fine, but yet... down. Let me just swap this out for that one. That fixed that bug. Made the most spectacular breakfast you ever had, and you some aliens knew what's up in regards to the most important meal of the day. Okay, so that should be every ending This one is bugged, which I fixed. This one I'm not showing on camera. And that's all the endings there. All done. Awesome. Now I need to add a title screen, a credit screen, and then the game is done. But I will not do that on stream because I am like 40 minutes longer than I completely intended to. So I'm going to sign off here. Thanks for stopping by, Toxa. It's always good to chat with you. And I'll see you guys next stream. Bye.